Our first story is located at Relay Tower 0MC810. When power is restored and the satellites realign, the tower stirs back to life. Old machinery hums, lights flicker, a new frequency breaks through the static, not a military order, not a warning of danger ahead, not call for evacuation, just a man speaking into the void, trying to reach his wife.
Bonnie, honey, if you're able to hear this message, the boys and I are safe at home in the bunker. I pray you're still okay. I want to be out there for you more than anything, but people here are relying on me. I can't let them down. Boys say hi, and they love you. Old Miss Chapel says hi too. I love you so much. Please, come home.
Following the signal leads to a barricaded neighborhood. Quiet streets, wooden homes, and makeshift defenses, unlike Sanctuary Hills. This place was built to be held. Barricades were raised, entrances were sealed. It didn't matter. The neighborhood is now inhabited by super mutants. The last trace of what happened when survival outlasts community. Near the water tower, half hidden behind one of the houses, is a small shed. Beneath it, a bunker. Inside the bunker is empty. No bodies, no sign of a struggle, just silence, broken only by the sound of a radio. At the back of the room, an old ham radio continues to broadcast a single message over and over again. The echo of a man trying to reach his lost wife, trapped in a loop that never ends. Beside the radio sits a terminal. Its journal entries offer a deeper look into the man behind the voice, how he survived, how he stayed for others, and how he believed that one day his wife would return.
Out there for you more than anything, but...
October 26, 2077. The boys have finally cried themselves to sleep. It's been 3 days since the bombs fell and everything has gone to shit. Our director up at MedTech got advance notice, and if I had put that code into his terminal that forwarded his logs to me, I would have been trapped up there along with everyone else when the lockdown kicked in. I had to make my own way on foot to Malden to get the boys. I'm so proud of them for remembering the plan. Michael managed to get David away from the teachers, and they ran and hid like I told them, instead of going to that vault. We made it back here into our bunker, just as the plane started going overhead. We listened to the radio for a while, but then the station cut out. I can still hear gunfire out there. Bonnie, I don't know if you're still out there, but I'm praying you are. November 9th, 2077. Bonnie, it's been 2 weeks and I wish you were here. I want so badly to head to the hospital to try to find you, but Boston is too dangerous and I can't leave the boys on their own. Little David keeps asking when Mama's coming home, and Michael has started to glare at me when I say you are still at the hospital helping people. I have been listening to the intermittent reports on the radio after they have gone to bed. I think they overheard one where they were talking about the fighting in the city. It sounds like the fighting down there is really bad. I hope you're safe, hon. January 28th, 2078. It's been 3 months since the bombs fell. I left that bunker for the first time last night. Our plan to tap into the main from the water tower worked, but the piping took more duct tape than expected and was leaking pretty bad. We didn't have any more in the house, so I tried to sneak over to Cobb's house across the street. He was working with that construction crew in the neighborhood, so I figured he had some. I was in Ron's den where he had been working on that Nuka-Cola machine and must have not heard him over the distant gunfire and explosions. There was just that cold barrel, pushed up against the back of my head suddenly. He told me to turn around slowly, and oh God, Bonnie, his face. The radiation hit him hard. His hair was falling out and half his face looked melted. I begged him to stop, but he put the gun to my mouth and cocked back the hammer. I heard the gunshot, but when I opened my eyes, Ron was falling to the ground, and I spotted Lance from down the street, up on our roof. He saw the whole thing and saved my life. Said he's got a plan to meet him tomorrow night. April 3rd, 2078. Happy birthday, Bonnie. I don't know if you're still out there, but it's your 30th, so David and Michael made you a cake. It didn't really turn out, but I let them open a can of frosting, which was nice. The Ames and I have been busy the past few months. Lance and his brother have been on their way back from vacation to New York with their families when the bombs fell. It took them 2 weeks to make it back here, mostly on foot. They had a plan to build a wall around the neighborhood, and after he saved my life, I could hardly say no. To get the biggest part done in a night, we stole a couple trucks from the Irish Pride shipyard nearby. I didn't ask Leon how he knew how to hotwire a truck. Lance had us pull around to the edges of the yards to start the wall. Truth be told, I flipped mine and damn near took out the house. It was another month before we had the rest of the wall ready, but we've been keeping watch and shifts since then, and the kids have all enjoyed getting to come outside.
Mama, this is David. The Batman came back. I saw them shoot Mr. Lance and he fell off the roof. Michael said he'd be okay, but he isn't moving.
David, come on. Dad said we had to grab our stuff.
No! I have to leave a note for Mama so she can find us. Stop it!
Boys, come on. We're leaving. Now.
Hold it, I have to get Jangles!
Michael, grab your brother. There's no time. They'll be back any second.
Wayne, I'm leaving this message with Marcy in case you come looking for me. Though I pray you don't. The military took over the hospital, and everything's gone to hell in the city. Things here, it's bad, Wayne. People are dying every day, and most of the time all we can do is watch and try to make them comfortable. One of the other nurses told me she heard a radio signal that sounded like you and the boys. I don't know if it's true, if you're still out there, but we've got a way out, and I'm gonna try to find you.
High in the Harbor Master Hotel, one room was never abandoned. An elderly woman lived here alone. When the world began to end, she didn't run. She stayed where she was, at most peace, surrounded by her beloved toys, carefully arranged and left untouched. There are no weapons, no sign of a panic, only quiet acceptance. While the city burned below, she remained in her room, choosing comfort over fear and meeting the end in her own terms. Some distance from Diamond City, a man named Richard is found lying where he fell. Beside him, a note. It says he went out that day to sell newspapers. The newspapers are still there, stacked neatly, unsold. The news never reached anyone. Richard never made it to the city. He died on the road with his work unfinished.